Galileo was born on the day that Michelangelo died.
Whoa. Is that all right?
I thought Biden was just getting going, though, in some ways. I thought he was just warming up. Like, I thought he was just loosening up. I thought I could see improvement.
Well, you thought the debate was good warm-up?
Yeah, and I think that he
Terrible
set a low
warm-up.
benchmark. This is and since then he's getting better and better, you know? He had a golf handicap. Mate, do you know he had a golf handicap of 6 when he was vice president?
Yeah. I know his handicap. Oh, yeah. I know he's very virile.
Methuselah of the Book of Genesis did most of his best work after the years 200. So 200 onwards is actually when Methuselah got going. Maybe the Dems can find someone a little bit fresh, like a non-politician. Maybe they go with the Donald Trump approach.
Yeah, get John Stewart in there. I've always said that's a good candidate for the Dems.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He's a good candidate for the Dems. I don't think do it now. That's a terrible idea.
I heard the name Michelle Obama bandied about today.
Wow.
Is there any truth in that?
No. I think there's more truth in Hillary Clinton than Michelle Obama. I think
she must be shortening. She must be shortening.
Give her a kick.
Yeah, she's come from 500 to 1. She was 26 to 1 about 2 weeks ago. She must, now that Biden's gone, she must be in at 15 to 1.
It's still long odds and it's probably not going to happen.
But to run Hillary against Trump again. So you know why they go with Biden? Because Biden's beaten Trump. It's like the rock, scissors, paper thing again.
Correct.
You don't go with a losing combination, right? You don't
if he's throwing out scissors and you beat him with rock last time, you're not going to throw paper out.
Yeah, he's already revealed his hand, his scissors.
Yeah,
you don't pop paper out there again. Yeah, what do you know about him? I don't even know what his name is. He could be the JD. Isn't that the guy from Scrubs?
Oh, he was another JD.
Yeah, he could be his name for all I know.
Who knows? There mustn't be a debate between now and then.
There mustn't?
I don't think there can be. How can there be?
Who would he be debating?
That's what I mean.
Masturbating by himself.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they have. I don't think they'll be able to do that.
A solo mass debate.
Yeah.
And this might be a little bit too, I don't know if we want to discuss this, but do you reckon Trump is, what's the word? Do you think, is he shooting blanks? Like, could he impregnate someone if he wanted to? Well, do we want a president that is not virile? Do we want someone that, if the world ends, right. And we repopulate, don't you start with the president? Hasn't he got what it takes to lead us? You know, don't you want to capture those genes and propagate those?
So you think this should be part of the presidential thing?
He's going to be in the bunker when the nuclear winter comes.
I don't think that's how politics has worked for thousands of years, though. It's not like you have become president now, you must produce an heir for the presidency.
Because Mick Jagger impregnated someone. Like, he had a baby when he was in his 70s, right?
Right. No, men are well known to be able to procreate long into their lives. Yes, so that is true.
Now it got me thinking. Are we dealing with two dudes that...
see, Mick wanted to have a baby in his...
I don't know. Man, this is weird.
He's 52 years old, ladies and gentlemen. He's 52 years old. He looks amazing. That's all I'm going to say. He's probably doing that fucking Brian Johnson blood bullshit.
Wow, is he 50? How old is he?
52.
I just got him up. He's 52.
He's 52.
Man, his hair is luscious. It's illustrious.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's Pantene Pro V. He should be
in a shampoo commercial. Can you see the curly
commercial.
one? Can you see the wavy one where the brown has the tones in it? The brown hair with the... That's a 52-year-old man.
It's the best hair I've ever seen. Is that a wig?
He's a good-looking fella. There's no doubt about it.
I want to look like him when I'm 52.
Do you know what movies he's done? But type in Jared Leto, then put a space, then put a space bar after Jared Leto, and then type angel face.
All right. I haven't seen this before.
This is Fight Club, bro. You've definitely seen it.
Is this Fight Club?
Mm-hmm. You know the guy who Edward Norton smashes the fuck out of one night?
Yeah. The dominant partner might interact with or speak to their furniture or might not acknowledge them at all, depending on what both partners find most exciting.
Oh.
Some people enjoy the objectifying nature of this activity and the accompanying sense of being less than and inconsequential. The necessity of remaining still can feel restrictive in a pleasingly bondage-esque way. Some submissives like to feel useful to their dominants by supporting their bodies or possessions the way a piece of furniture would. Sadists and masochists may also enjoy the pain and discomfort that results from staying in one position for a long time. So maybe they were just being flagpoles out the front of the Project Mayhem.
Yep.
That they were doing the same thing.
Sexual gratification.
Maybe they were getting off on it a little bit.
Yeah, okay. I never thought of the sexual component of Project Mayhem, which is they're all getting off all the time.
Emotionally affirming aftercare is especially important for the kinks that are objectifying or
You're
dehumanizing.
A very nice chair. You're a very nice chair.
You bring him into the house. You bring him in.
Extremely nice chair.
You can come be a footstool in the house now.
Yeah. Brilliant.
You may also want to have on hand some heating pads, arnica cream, bath salts, or other measures for treating pain and stiffness after the scene.
Jeepers in my deepers. When you have to prepare for the eventual pain, I mean, it's time to rethink the kink.
In June 3 or 4, I think it's
People
June 3.
Chairs.
The book. No, though there's they have dogs turned into chairs. So there's living. They're a dog that is a chair.
Okay.
But I'm just starting now to think about hairy chairs. That's all. It's kind of weird because then if someone's into chairs, into furniture, and they're into animals, this is like the perfect.
You can't be into animals. That's illegal.
Yeah, no, you can't. But like there are people. What are they like? Bestials or something? Bestiality people, aren't they? You know. Like
yeah. I don't think it's. I think it's pretty frowned upon. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, fucking a chair is frowned upon.
Yeah, but it's not illegal.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I
don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Our mate John Adams.
Yep. So again, they're mentioning John Adams. Right.
Second president of the United States of America.
Correct.
Took up smoking at the age of 8. That's probably why he died on the 4th of July.
Well, how old was he though?
Doesn't matter. He's dead now.
Doesn't matter. Well, he was 90.
Fuck. Jeez, he went all right. Maybe they weren't making cigarettes as toxic as they do now. Maybe they weren't the death sticks they are now.
Right.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Back
probably,
then, what do you think it was really good for you?
Yeah, they probably
maybe
made
just
them
when you're 8.
It was probably an organic cigarette, right? And now they make this non-organic poison.
Yeah.
In 1930... a radium-infused jockstrap called the scrotal radiodoctrinator went on the market claiming to boost sexual virility. So this is before we'd figured out what radiation was doing to people. 1930 is the year I think we discovered the neutrino. Sorry, the neutron. The neutron.
What? They didn't know about neutrons before then?
No, they couldn't figure out what was going on because they're chargeless. So it's really hard to detect them. They're big, but they've got no charge.
So you claim.
So they claim. So I'm told.
So I'm led to believe.
It was 1932.
Mm-hmm. And what significance does sort of discovering the neutron lead to?
Well, the chain reaction. A hydrogen bomb sound green, doesn't it?
Does
because we have green hydrogen now.
Power. Yeah,
green hydrogen.
Power.
Yeah. So it sounds very good. I don't exactly know what a hydrogen bomb is.
I think nuclear bombs have really tarnished the image of nuclear power.
Totally.
I think you've got the nukes, number one, and then you got something like Chernobyl and Fukushima, which also tarnished its name because they're like, it's not safe. You know, it's not that safe, especially if you're in the ring of fire. Which Japan
if a vending machine falls over and kills someone, are we not going to use vending machines? Because vending machines smash people. Smash them. Kill tens of people every year. You know, we're not saying vending machines have killed more people.
Are you trying to equate
than meltdowns?
Vending machines to okay.
Well, what I'm saying,
not nukes. You're like
what I'm saying
is vending machines off the street.
Harnessing the power of the atom, splitting the atom, is dual use technology.
Yes,
you can use it to make a nuke, and you can make it and you can use it to make a completely green power plant. No emissions, 0 emissions.
Yeah, but you just got
to baseline load.
You got to store the shit.
Let's not worry about that. We'll worry about that later. And if he ever got one question to God, his question would be, "What else is out there?" And I was like, "That's interesting. Good question." And so he's of the view that there is
God is
else
out there for number one in that scenario. That's number one. God's out there.
Yeah, well,
he's probably wondering why you're wondering about lesser beings when you're in the presence of Almighty God. Why you would wonder about these lesser beings?
Don't you want to know if I'm omniscient, omnipresent?
Are you really the head of the Quickie Mo? Yes. You? Yes. Really? Yeah, pretty much. I think anyone who gets the opportunity to talk to God and ask him a question will squander the opportunity. I think no one's really got a very good question.
Yes, the human brain did indeed undergo a significant increase in size over a relatively short period of evolutionary time, around 2 to 3 million years ago.
So it's brain size
to mass,
to
brain to body weight ratio or something. Crows are like the highest in the animal kingdom. Yeah.
That's fascinating. So when in Game of Thrones they're saying send a raven, it's because they're sending like the smartest pricks they know to go deliver messages back and forth. That's pretty clever. Like, how did they work that out with the homing pigeon stuff? They're geniuses. Homing pigeons were potentially being used for pigeon post in ancient Egypt by 1350 BC.
Of course they were. Fucking hell.
Messages were tied around the legs of the pigeon, which was freed and could reach its original nest.
You're just baiting me to talk about Egypt. So it's only equaled in scale by the Hoover Dam construction in the 1930s. That's the next time that something happened as big was the 1930s, whereas the Great Pyramid was constructed what's believed to be 2,475 BC. Let's just say 2,500 BC to round it off.
Which is 4,500 odd years ago.
If you know anyone that's seen the Hoover Dam, it sort of borders Nevada and Arizona, that they're awe-inspired. They're saying it was massive. It's huge, right? This is bigger. It's 100,000 cubic meters bigger of material. But this material was also
quarried out of the ground.
700 kilometers. Some of the biggest stones. 700 kilometers. Aswan Quarry is 700 kilometers.
Aswan's where they got the granite from, but all of the stones on the outer construction are local limestone quarries.
Exactly. But the biggest one, the 70-ton stones that are used to line.
Internal ones?
King's Chamber. Top of the King's Chamber, 70-ton stones.
Yeah, they had to bring that from Aswan. Yeah,
700 kilometers before the use of the wheel. 70 tons. Yeah, so it's about as heavy as the space shuttle Endeavour.
Yeah, just chuck that on a boat and send it down the river.
It's half as so. This is to give you an idea of what 70 tons is, right? It's half as heavy as the Statue of Liberty without the base.
Yeah, just chuck it on a boat.
It's the equivalent of 12 African bull elephants.
No wheel.
Or so one block, 18 hippos, 30 rhinos. They weigh about 2 tons each. 100 cows weighing 700 kilos each, or about 40 cars weighing 1.5 ton. The Great Pyramid is the last remaining of the 7 wonders of the world, and it's the first.
Yep.
I would submit it's on another level completely because all the other wonders were constructed between 280 BC and 600 BC.
And they're gone already. And they were gone
And they're
already.
gone. And the Great Pyramid is twice as old as all of the other great wonders. Some of the 7 wonders of the world, they're not even sure if they existed. Like they don't have any records of them. They're just word of mouth stuff. That's just mythical shit. This is standing there for all to see, and it's twice as old as any of them.
Yeah,
it's 146 meters high. The next biggest of the wonders of the world was 100 meters high, and that was the Lighthouse of Alexandria. The Great Pyramid was the tallest structure on the planet for over 4 millennia. And then came along the Washington Monument, which was 169 meters, which also unquestionably has Egyptian links.
Yep.
Pi, as you know, is a constant by which the diameter of a circle can be multiplied by to give the circumference. The credit goes to a Greek mathematician, Archimedes, around 250 BC.
That's who gets the cred.
That's who officially, if you look up who invented pi, who calculated pi, it's Archimedes. But now the height of the pyramid and the perimeter of the base of the pyramid are linked by pi.
How?
So if the height is the radius of a circle.
Yes.
So you count that as r.
Yep.
Now, if you go pi, 2 pi r is how you calculate the circumference of a circle. So I can tell you what the height is of the pyramid.
And therefore, you'll be able to tell me the width of the base.
No, I'll be able to tell you the circumference
of
of the square base.
Yes. Okay, great.
You're using the height of the pyramid.
As a theoretical radius.
Yes.
For a circle.
Yes.
It would be a circle with a circumference of 921,114.96603.
Okay, so divide that to get a percentage of degree of accuracy. Divide that by 921.
Divided by 921.
452.
452.
0.72.
0.72 equals.
Times 100.
Equals 99.96%.
Squaring the circle has been a metaphor in literature and philosophy for attempting the impossible or pursuing an unattainable goal.
Yep, believe.
If you now go back to what I was saying about how the scale of this thing, of what they're doing, do you know how hard it is? It's nearly perfectly aligned to true north. Nearly perfectly, to a degree of accuracy that I can give you again, which is in a similar degree to what we're talking about now. It's almost perfect.
Too perfect. It's almost too perfect.
And when you're moving stones that are as heavy as a space shuttle, half as heavy as the Statue of Liberty, from 700 kilometers away,
right, does it?
And we don't even know how they did it. And then they're incorporating these numbers on a scale when they didn't actually have mathematics. They're not attributed with knowing any mathematics.